What's up everybody, my name is Ronnie DiMaggio. I'm a product specialist here at BMW of Morristown. That's Austin behind the camera, and in today's video we're going to be doing a walk around and overview of this 2022 BMW X3 M40i. So we already did a video on the X3 xDrive 30i, that's the entry-level version of the X3. If you want, you can go ahead and check that video out for more in-depth looks at some of the cargo area, rear seat space, stuff like that. If you want to get a feel for the X3 platform, go watch that video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the differences for the M40i, what you get upgraded over the entry-level X3, and some of the things that make the M40i unique in the X3 lineup. So the biggest thing that you get going up to the M40 as opposed to the xDrive 30 is under the hood. So in the M40i version of the X3, you get a 3-liter turbocharged inline 6 as opposed to the 2-liter turbocharged inline 4 in the entry-level model. This car makes 385 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque, gets to 60 miles an hour in 4.4 seconds from a dead standstill. So really potent performance, lots of power out of this inline 6. If you're not familiar with BMW inline 6s, this particular one is called the B58. That's how it is referred to in BMW parlance. And the B58 is an extremely robust engine, and when it's paired to this 8-speed automatic, it is just a treat to drive, performs really well. This engine makes a ton of torque really down low in the RPM range, so you don't have to give it much gas to get some passing power out of it. Pulls hard all the way to redline, and let me tell you, it moves really well out on the road. I think that 385 horsepower figure might be a little bit conservative from BMW. It feels like it makes a lot more power than that, and you will experience the same thing, I'm sure, if you are behind the wheel of one of these. Anyway, that is the big change for the M40i. You get a bigger engine, a 6-cylinder as opposed to a 4-cylinder, much more power, and just a much more potent powertrain. But let's talk a little bit about some of the design elements that are different for the M40. First thing is the front fascia is totally different compared to the X-Line version of the xDrive 30i X3. So you'll see that instead of that textured black plastic that's kind of in this area, you get painted gloss black. You also, of course, have your Brooklyn Gray paint to go with that gloss black, so it looks really good. Brooklyn Gray is one of many different paint options for the X3 M40. You also have these different looking vents over here on the side. Those are, again, unique to the front fascia of the M40i as opposed to the xDrive 30. You have this little M badge in the grille, slightly different looking kidney grille as well, so this whole front fascia is a upgrade compared to the entry-level X3. We can come around to the side a little bit. First thing I want you guys to take a look at are these wheels. These ones look really nice, finished in all gloss black. You have a 245 wide tire on a 20-inch wheel up front, 275 on a 20-inch wheel in the back. So it is a staggered tire setup. The rim size is the same, however, and you see that really nice blue brake caliper hiding behind the wheels as well. Another upgrade from the entry-level X3, there are suspension changes as well. Some slightly stiffer dampers and springs. They tweak the anti-roll bars a little bit. Everything in the suspension is tweaked just slightly to give the X3 M40 a more aggressive and sporty driving feel. Part of that is the wheel package and the tires as well. Another design change you'll notice for the M40 are these winged mirror caps. So BMW is using winged mirror caps on most of the M Performance cars at this point. That's a carryover or a pass down from the M Performance or the full M cars. Looks really nice, just another little aggressive flare for the M40. You also have your roof rails finished in gloss black as opposed to satin silver or chrome. I believe you can get that on the Shadowline package in a quote-unquote normal X3 as well, but it looks great on this M40. We can come around to the back of the car a little bit. Lots of changes to notice back here as well. First being the M40 badge, of course, and you have some gloss black tailpipe finishers, a different looking diffuser, and just an overall more aggressive look in the rear end of the M40 version of the X3. While we're back here, why don't we get a quick exhaust clip, because I'm sure you guys are curious about how it sounds, and then we'll hop in the interior. Alright, so here we are on the interior of the X3 M40i. Again, if you want a detailed look at the X3, we posted a video about a entry-level X3 before where we'll go over the gauge cluster, the navigation screen, cargo area, rear seat room, as well as some of the iDrive controls. All of that stuff is carryover for the M40. We're just going to talk about the unique M40 bits. So, the one thing that you're probably noticing is this carbon fiber trim. That is, of course, something you can only get on the M40 and the X3M. Carbon fiber trim is an option, and it looks really good, especially paired with this red leather interior and the Brooklyn gray outside. Just a really cool spec. Definitely adds to that sporty characteristic of the car. And again, just differentiates it from the xDrive 30 because you cannot get it in that car. Some other little M touches. You have a little M badge down here near your cup holders and storage area. You have an M40 badge in your gauge cluster as well. You do have M badges in the door sills as well, and some unique M dead pedals over here down in the footwell. Another thing that is unique to the M40 model is, or the M Sport equipped X3s and the M40 and up models, I should say, is the steering wheel. So you get a 3-spoke design. It looks really good, feels really good, nice thick rim. The rim is significantly thicker in this car than it is in the entry-level X3. You also have some paddle shifters around back and your M tricolor stitching around the inside of the rim. So just another little M touch. Looks really good, feels really good. And as BMW always has, they put a really fantastic steering wheel in the X3 M40. So that is pretty much it on the interior as far as differences for the M40 model goes. A lot of it is carryover from the xDrive 30i X3, which in my opinion is a great thing because that car has a fantastic interior, but you do get some sporty touches like the trim, the wheel, some M badges here and there. But the big thing that you're going for if you get an M40i is, of course, the engine and the driving dynamics. Those are vastly, vastly different and more athletic and dynamic oriented as opposed to the entry-level X3, so that's where your money goes when you upgrade to the M40. But like I said, that's going to do it for the interior. Let's hop outside and wrap up. Alright, so that's going to do it for this quick walk around and overview of the X3 M40i. I hope that gave you guys a good idea of what the X3 M40 is all about as opposed to the xDrive 30i version of the X3. As always, if you guys think we earned it, if you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to the channel. Drop us a like and a comment down below with any future video ideas. You can always follow us on social media, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at BMW of Morristown. And of course, you can get in touch with us at 973-455-0700 or come and visit us at 111 Ridgedale Ave. That's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.